Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Easy English Biography. Today, we will listen to the story of a man who failed many times but never stopped trying. This is the story of Jack Ma. He was not born rich. He was not the best student. He was rejected again and again.
But one day, he built one of the biggest business companies in the world. Can you imagine failing many times and still becoming successful? Stay with me until the end, because this story is full of lessons, new English words, and moments that may inspire you. And while listening, ask yourself, what would you do if people said you could never succeed? Let's begin.
Jack Ma was born on September 10, 1964, in Hangzhou, China. At that time, China was very different from today. Life was simple. Many families did not have much money. Jack Ma's real Chinese name was Ma Yun. His family was not rich. His parents worked in traditional storytelling and music. Traditional means following old customs and old ways. So Jack Ma grew up in a simple home. As a child, he was not considered special.
He was small, he was not strong, and he was not a top student. But he had something important. He was curious. Curious means wanting to learn and know more. He loved asking questions. He wanted to understand the world. This small habit later changed his life. When Jack Ma was young, China slowly started opening to visitors from other countries.
Tourists began coming to Hangzhou. One day, Jack had an interesting idea. He wanted to practice English. But there was one problem. He had no money for lessons. So he created his own way. Every morning, he rode his bicycle for many kilometers. Kilometers means units used to measure distance. He went to hotels where foreign visitors stayed. Then he offered something unusual. He gave free city tours. Free means without taking money. In return, he practiced speaking English. Imagine that, a young boy talking with strangers just to learn a language. Would you do something like that? Many people thought it was strange, but Jack continued, day after day, month after month, year after year. One foreign visitor even gave him the English name Jack. That is how Ma Yun became Jack Ma. His English slowly improved. He learned not only language, he learned ideas.
He learned how people from different countries thought. This helped him dream bigger. But school was not easy. Jack failed many tests. In China, school exams were very important. Jack often got low scores. Low scores mean poor results. He especially struggled with mathematics. Struggled means had difficulty. Many people believed success only belonged to top students. Jack did not look like one. He failed an important school exam once, then again, and again. Can you imagine trying so hard and still failing?
Many people would stop, but Jack did not. He kept studying. He kept trying. This is an important English phrase. Keep trying. It means continue even when things are difficult. Finally, after several attempts, Jack entered college. He joined Hangzhou Teachers Institute. Today, it is called Hangzhou Normal University. This was an important moment, but something unexpected happened. College did not suddenly make life easy. Jack was still not famous. He was still not rich.
but he became active. Active means involved and energetic. He enjoyed meeting people. He enjoyed speaking English. He became more confident. Confident means believing in yourself. He also became student leader. Leader means someone who guides others. People noticed something different about him.
He was not the smartest, but he communicated well. Communicate means share ideas with others. This skill later became one of his greatest strengths. During college, Jack understood something important. Grades matter, but communication matters too. Skills matter. Ideas matter. People matter. This changed the way he saw success. After graduation, Jack looked for work. And this is where life became harder. Very hard. He applied for many jobs, again and again, and people rejected him. Rejected means not accepted. He applied to many places. No, 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 no.
One famous story says that a fast food company opened in his city. 24 people applied. 23 got accepted. Jack did not. Imagine standing there and hearing everyone else got the job except you. How would you feel? Sad? Angry? Embarrassed? Jack later talked openly about these moments. He said rejection became normal. Normal means something common. He even applied to universities for further study. Rejected. He applied for many opportunities. Rejected again. At this point, many people would think, maybe I am not good enough. Maybe I should stop. But Jack thought differently. He believed every rejection taught something. This word is important. Opportunity. Opportunity means a chance to do something. Sometimes opportunities come after failures. Jack accepted a teaching job. His salary was small.
Salary means money earned from work. He became an English teacher. His students liked him. Why? Because he taught with energy. He made lessons interesting. He joked. He told stories. He encouraged students. Encouraged means gave support and confidence. People remembered him, not because he was perfect, but because he connected with people. This became another important lesson. You do not always need to be the best. Sometimes you need to keep improving. At this point, Jack's life looked ordinary.
Teacher. Simple income. Normal life. Nobody knew what was coming. Few people knew that his life was about to change forever. A new technology was slowly entering the world. A technology that would completely change Jack Ma's future. And Jack had never even seen it before. What happened next surprised everyone. We will continue in part 2. Remember today's new words. Curious. Wanting to learn. Traditional. Following old customs. Struggle. Having difficulty. Confident. Believing in yourself. Reject. Not accept. Opportunity. A chance. Encourage. Give support. Try repeating this sentence after me. I will keep trying even after failure. See you in part 2.
But that was not the end of the story. If you are enjoying this biography, please like this video and subscribe to Easy English Biography. It motivates us to create more inspiring stories for English learners. See you in the next part. Welcome back. In Part 1, we learned about Jack Ma's childhood. We saw how he practiced English for free, failed many exams, faced rejection, and finally became an English teacher. At that time, nobody imagined that this simple teacher would one day build a business known around the world. But his life was about to change, and it started with something very small.
A trip. Let's continue. In the early 1990s, Jack Ma was working as a teacher. His salary was not high. Life was stable. Stable means steady and not changing much. But inside, Jack wanted something more. He wanted to see new ideas. He wanted to understand the world. Then an opportunity appeared. Remember this word. Opportunity means a chance. Jack became involved in translation work. Translation means changing words from one language to another.
Because his English was good, people trusted him. One business project gave him a chance to travel to the United States. For Jack, this was a very big moment. Traveling abroad was not common for many people at that time. Everything looked different. New places, new people, new ways of doing business. But something happened during this trip that changed everything. One day, Jack saw a computer. Today, computers are normal, but at that time, many people had never used one.
Jack became curious. Curious means wanting to know more. Someone showed him the internet. The internet was still very new. Jack looked at the screen. He asked the person to search for the word beer. Different countries appeared. American beer, German beer, many results. Then Jack searched something connected to China. Very little appeared. Almost nothing. He was surprised. He thought, why is there so little information? That moment stayed in his mind. Can you imagine seeing the internet for the first time?
Jack suddenly understood something. The internet could connect people. Connect means bring together. And maybe China had a chance to grow through this technology. Most people around him did not understand the internet. Some people thought it was not useful. Others ignored it. But Jack felt excited. Excited means full of energy and interest. He returned to China with a new idea. He wanted to build an internet business. But there was one problem. He knew almost nothing about technology. He was not an engineer. Engineer means a person who designs or builds things. He could not write computer code. Code means instructions written for computers. Still, he believed in the idea. This is important. You do not always need to know everything before starting. Sometimes you learn while moving. Jack started one of his first internet projects. It was called China Pages. The goal was simple. Help Chinese businesses appear online. Online means connected through the internet. Today, this sounds normal. But in the 1990s, many people did not understand why businesses needed websites. Jack tried explaining. People often looked confused. Some even laughed. They asked, "Who will use this? Why do we need this?" Jack kept talking. He kept showing examples. But growth was slow, very slow. His business faced problems. Competition increased. Competition means trying to win against others. Money became difficult. Progress became difficult. His first internet dream did not become a huge success. Many people would stop here. Another failure. Another disappointment. Disappointment means sadness because something did not happen.
Have you ever worked hard and still failed? Jack understood that feeling, but that was not the end of the story. Instead of quitting, Jack learned. He watched. He listened. He thought carefully. Sometimes failure teaches more than success. This became one of Jack's strongest habits. After some time, Jack worked in government-related projects connected to business and technology.
This experience helped him understand how business worked. He met more people. He learned more. He saw bigger possibilities. But deep inside, he still wanted to build something. Then came the moment that changed everything. In 1999, Jack gathered a small group of people. They met in his apartment. No giant office, no expensive furniture, no famous investors, just ideas and belief. There were about 18 people. Jack shared his dream. He wanted to create an online marketplace. Marketplace means a place where buyers and sellers meet. His idea was simple: help small Chinese businesses sell products online. Today, that sounds normal, but at that time, it sounded impossible. People worried. The internet was new. Money was limited. Success was uncertain. Uncertain means not clear. But Jack believed. He said small businesses needed help. He wanted to give them opportunities.
His team trusted him. Together, they started a company. The company's name was Alibaba. Why Alibaba? Jack wanted a name people around the world could remember. He liked the story of Open Sesame. Open Sesame means opening hidden treasure. Jack hoped his company would open opportunities for businesses. Interesting fact: Jack once asked people from different countries if they knew the name Alibaba. Many said yes. That helped him decide. But starting Alibaba was difficult, very difficult. Money was limited. Investors were not interested.
Investor means a person who gives money to support a business. Some people said the business would fail. Others thought internet companies had no future. Still, the team continued. They worked long hours. They believed in the mission. Mission means an important goal. Jack often motivated his team. He was not the best programmer, but he inspired people. Inspired means making others feel excited and hopeful. He told them, "Today is difficult. Tomorrow will be more difficult, but the day after tomorrow will be beautiful." This became one of his famous ideas. Things may become harder before they become better. Listen carefully to this new word:
Persistence. Persistence means continuing even when things are difficult. Jack showed persistence again and again. Slowly, people started noticing Alibaba. Small businesses joined. More users arrived. Growth started. But another huge challenge was coming, a challenge that could destroy everything. Few people knew what was waiting. The internet world was changing. Competition was becoming stronger, and Jack Ma would soon face one of the biggest tests of his life. What happened next shocked many people. We will continue in Part 3. Before you go, review today's vocabulary. Stable, steady. Translation: changing language. Curious, wanting to learn. Connect, bring together. Competition, trying to win. Disappointment, sadness after failure. Marketplace, place for buying and selling. Persistence, continuing despite difficulty. Try repeating this sentence. Failure can become the beginning of success. See you in part 3.
But that was not the end of the story. If you are enjoying this biography, please like this video and subscribe to Easy English Biography. It motivates us to create more inspiring stories for English learners. See you in the next part.
In part 2, we saw how Jack Ma discovered the internet, started early business projects, and created Alibaba with a small team in his apartment. At that time, almost nobody believed the company would become successful. Money was limited, competition was growing, and the future was unclear. But the biggest challenges were still waiting. Let's continue.
After starting Alibaba in 1999, Jack Ma and his team worked day and night. They did not have a large office. They did not have huge budgets. Budget means planned money for a project. But they had energy. They believed that small businesses deserved better opportunities. At first, Alibaba focused on helping Chinese companies connect with buyers around the world. Slowly, more people started using the platform. Platform means a place where people meet or do activities online. This looked exciting, but then something difficult happened. The internet business world changed. Many internet companies started failing. This period became known as the Internet Bubble. A bubble means something that grows very fast but may suddenly break. Many investors lost confidence. Confidence means belief that something will succeed. Money became difficult to find. People questioned internet businesses. Some asked, will Alibaba survive? Can this company continue? The pressure increased. Pressure means stress or difficult expectations. Imagine leading a company while people expect failure. What would you do? Jack stayed calm. He focused on the long term.
Long term means thinking about future results, not only today. He believed building trust was more important than growing quickly. Trust became one of his strongest ideas. Trust means believing someone is honest and reliable. But something unexpected happened. Alibaba survived. Not only survived, it continued growing. More companies joined. More people became interested. However, this was only the beginning. Soon, another giant appeared. A giant means something extremely large and powerful. An international company entered China. Many people thought this new competitor would dominate the market. The company was very strong. Many experts believed Alibaba had little chance. This became one of Jack's biggest tests. His team felt worried. Worried means feeling nervous about problems. Jack spoke to them. He reminded them of their mission. He said they should focus on helping customers. Customer means a person who buys or uses services. He believed that understanding people was more important than copying competitors. This mindset helped the company continue. Mindset means the way someone thinks. Then Alibaba made an important move. They created a shopping platform for regular people, not only businesses. Now, everyday users could buy and sell online. This decision changed everything. People slowly became comfortable shopping through the internet. Today, online shopping feels normal, but back then, many people did not trust it. Jack understood that trust had to be built. Alibaba introduced systems to make transactions safer. Transaction means the act of buying or selling. People began using the service more and more. Growth became faster. The company became stronger.
But things were about to get much harder. Success creates new challenges. As Alibaba became larger, expectations increased. Employees increased. Offices increased. Responsibility increased. Responsibility means duty or something you must manage. Jack had to grow as a leader. Being a founder is one thing. Leading thousands of people is different. Jack learned continuously. Continuously means again and again without stopping. He often talked about learning from mistakes. He said leaders should not fear failure. Fear means strong worry.
He believed mistakes help people improve. This became an important lesson for many young people. Have you ever made a mistake and felt bad? Jack's story reminds us that mistakes do not always end the journey. Sometimes they begin a new one. Jack also became known for unusual ideas. He often said employees should enjoy work. Enjoy does not mean work is always easy. It means finding purpose. Purpose means a reason for doing something. He encouraged creativity. Creativity means producing new ideas. He wanted people to think differently. Interesting fact.
Jack Ma once said that when people are 20 to 30 years old, they should follow a good boss and learn. When people are older, they should build something of their own. Many people found his advice inspiring. As Alibaba grew, international attention increased. International means involving many countries. People wanted to know, who is this former English teacher? How did he do this? Journalists visited. Interviews increased. Jack became famous. But fame did not erase his past. He often talked about rejection. He reminded people that success did not happen quickly. Years of struggle came first. This word is important. Struggle means facing difficult conditions. Jack wanted people to understand reality. Success stories often look simple later, but living through them feels difficult. Then came one of the biggest moments.
Alibaba became one of the most valuable business companies in the world. Valuable means having great worth. People everywhere talked about it. Investors became interested. Business leaders paid attention. The company became a symbol of growth. Can you imagine that? The boy who failed exams, the man rejected from jobs, now leading one of the world's biggest companies. What happened next surprised many people. Jack did not only talk about money, he often talked about dreams, education, young people, learning.
He encouraged people to prepare for change. He believed the future would reward people who learn continuously. That message connected strongly with students. Jack often spoke about attitude. Attitude means the way you think and respond. He believed attitude can matter more than perfect results. This idea inspired millions. But life still brought changes. Leadership changed. Business conditions changed. The world changed. Jack eventually stepped away from daily leadership. Step away means leave regular control. He wanted to focus on education and other interests. Even after becoming successful, he continued speaking about learning. That surprised many people. Usually, people expect successful people to talk only about money. Jack talked about growth, learning, people, and the future. His journey gave many lessons. You do not need perfect grades to begin. You do not need a perfect start. You do not need everyone to believe in you. But you need effort, you need learning, you need persistence, and sometimes you need courage. Courage means strength to face fear. Before we finish today's part, think about this question. If you failed 10 times, would you try one more time?
Jack Ma did, and that changed his life. Review today's vocabulary. Budget. Planned money. Platform. Online place for activities. Pressure. Difficult expectations. Trust. Belief in honesty. Mindset. Way of thinking. Responsibility. Duty. Creativity. Making new ideas. Struggle. Difficult experiences. Valuable. Having great worth. Courage. Strength despite fear. I will keep learning and never give up. In Part 4, we will continue with Jack Ma's personal habits, interesting facts, leadership style, life lessons, and the powerful message his journey gives to English learners. See you in Part 4. But that was not the end of the story. If you are enjoying this biography, please like this video and subscribe to Easy English Biography. It motivates us to create more inspiring stories for English learners. See you in the next part.
Welcome back. In Part 3, we saw how Jack Ma grew Alibaba, faced competition, became a global business leader, and inspired millions of people. But success is only one part of the story. Today, we will explore something deeper. How did Jack Ma think? What habits helped him continue? What lessons can we learn from his life? And what interesting facts do many people not know? Let's continue. When people look at successful people, they often focus only on results. They see the company, they see the money, they see the fame, but they do not always see the years of effort behind it. Jack Ma often said success takes time and patience. Patience means staying calm while waiting. This became one of his strongest habits. Jack understood that big goals rarely happen quickly. He believed people should continue learning even after becoming successful. Learning was always important to him. Maybe this idea started when he was a child, riding his bicycle to practice English. He never stopped being curious. Curious means wanting to learn. Even after becoming famous, he often listened to other people's ideas. He asked questions. He explored new topics. This reminds us of an important lesson. Never think you already know everything. Growth continues. Another interesting thing about Jack Ma is that he often talked about people more than technology. Many expected him to speak only about computers and business. Instead, he spoke about teamwork. Teamwork means people working together. Jack believed one person cannot build something big alone. He often said a good team can achieve more than one talented person.
Achieve means successfully reach a goal. Think about this for a moment. Have you ever worked with others on something difficult? Sometimes support makes the biggest difference. Jack also talked about hiring people. Hiring means giving someone a job. His ideas surprised many people. He said companies should not only look for perfect skills, they should also look for attitude. Attitude means the way someone thinks and acts. He believed skills can improve, But attitude is very powerful.
That does not mean skills are unimportant. It means people should stay open, positive, and willing to learn. Another habit Jack Ma talked about was accepting change. Change can feel uncomfortable. Uncomfortable means not easy or pleasant. People often fear change because it feels uncertain. But Jack believed change creates opportunities. Remember this word. Opportunity means a chance. When the internet arrived, many people ignored it. Jack looked closer. That decision changed his life. This single decision changed everything.
Now let's talk about something emotional. Success does not remove fear. Even successful people worry. Jack admitted that business decisions were difficult. Leading large teams was difficult. Making mistakes was difficult. But he continued. This is called resilience. Resilience means recovering after problems. Listen carefully to this new word, resilience. Try saying it slowly. Re-sil-yence. Jack showed resilience many times. He faced rejection, business problems, competition, public pressure. Yet he continued. That does not mean he never felt stress. Stress means mental pressure. It means he learned to move forward anyway. Can you imagine carrying responsibility for thousands of workers? That is not easy. Another interesting fact, Jack Ma once said he was not very good at mathematics. This surprised many people. People often think business leaders must be perfect at everything. Jack's story shows something different. Communication matters. Ideas matter. Learning matters. Of course, different people succeed in different ways, but his journey reminds us not to judge ourselves too quickly. Now let's talk about leadership. Leadership means helping guide people. Jack's leadership style was different. He often used stories. He motivated people. He encouraged employees to believe in the future. Encouraged means giving confidence. Some people liked this style. Others thought it was unusual. But many agreed that he could inspire people. Inspiration means giving people energy and hope. Jack believed leaders should think about tomorrow, not only today. He often encouraged teams to stay flexible. Flexible means able to adapt. This became important as technology changed quickly. But something unexpected happened. As Jack became more famous, people became interested in his personal life. Many wanted to know, what does he do every day? What are his hobbies? Jack has spoken about enjoying reading. Reading helps people discover new ideas. He also showed interest in learning from history. History means events from the past. He believed understanding history helps people prepare for the future. Interesting, right? The man who built an internet company also valued books and learning. Another lesson from Jack's story is about rejection. Let's return to this important moment. Rejected from jobs, rejected from opportunities, rejected many times. Yet he continued. This is powerful because rejection feels personal. Personal means connected to you. But rejection does not always mean you cannot succeed.
Sometimes it means, not now. Try again. What would you do after many rejections? Would you stop or continue? Jack's life gives one possible answer.
Continue improving. Continue learning. Continue trying. Now let's review some of the biggest lessons from his journey.
Lesson 1. Your beginning does not decide your ending. Jack was not born rich. Lesson 2. Learning can change your future. His English opened new doors. Lesson 3. Failure is not always final. Final means finished forever. Lesson 4. Opportunities often appear where others see problems.
Lesson 5. People matter. Relationships matter. Communication matters. Lesson 6. Stay curious. Keep growing. Keep adapting. These lessons can help not only business people,
Students, workers, English learners, anyone. And since this channel is for learning English, here is something special.
Look at Jack's story and think about language learning. Maybe today your English feels difficult. Maybe you make mistakes. Maybe progress feels slow. That is normal. Jack practiced for years. Small improvement becomes big change. Try repeating this sentence after me. I improve a little every day.
Now we are coming to the end of Jack Ma's story. Let's remember our important vocabulary words. Patience, staying calm while waiting. Teamwork, working together. Achieve, reach a goal. Resilience, recovering after problems. Leadership, guiding others. Flexible, able to adapt. Stress, mental pressure. Final, finished forever. Curious, wanting to learn. Opportunity, a chance. And now, one final life lesson. Do not wait until you feel perfect. Start learning. Start trying. Start improving. Small actions repeated many times can create big results. Jack Ma's journey reminds us that success is not only about talent. It is also about courage, persistence, learning, and believing that tomorrow can become better. Thank you for spending this time together. Keep practicing English. Keep noticing new words. And remember, every expert was once a beginner. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this story, listen again and practice the new words. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep believing in yourself. Bye for now.